One of the things that's really perplexing to me is the recreational fishing that goes on and the damage that that causes. For instance, in Hawaii, there's sheer cliffs on the islands that go into really deep water. And so the recreational fishermen go right along the cliffs there and throw their lines in the water, hoping to catch a big fish. And because it's so close and they have so much line that goes out, sometimes these lines are 200 feet long. Their cast lines are 200 feet long. And they get snagged on the corals when they're down there. And when they can't pull it up, they cut it loose, and that whole line is staying down there, in addition to the lead weight and also the hook. So that stuff can start entangling animals as they come by. One of the things that we've taken on ourselves to do is we organize, in some places, monthly cleanups, and other places it's weekly cleanups. We organize divers to go down and locate and remove the lines. And when we go down, it can be anywhere between 60 to sometimes 100 feet deep. So we can't spend a whole lot of time down there doing this, but we usually have 14 to 16 people down there, and we're removing the lines because the lines are, imagine a floating line in the water, okay? The turtles come by, or even we've had eels get caught in this stuff. They come by and swim by it and they get wrapped up in it, and then when they get wrapped up, they get really excited to the point where they start rolling, okay? So they're tightening themselves in it. And we want to be able to remove that stuff because we don't want to see that happening to any animals, let alone, our endangered turtles. Some of the other animals we've seen, in addition to the fish and eels, are manta rays have been caught on these things, dolphins, and obviously turtles galore, because turtles like to swim close to shore. That's their habitat right there. So they're getting caught in this stuff quite frequently. We had some of our volunteers actually say that they go out once a week and they find turtles every time they go out that have hooks and lines embedded in them. People will ask me, well, how do we stop this, and what can we do to minimize the damage? I'm not a scientist. I don't know the total answer to this, but reasonably, we should be going back to hemp line. That's how we used to fish. These lines were made out of cotton fiber, or hemp fiber, and it was strong enough to hold the fish. It didn't last as long as plastic, but it did the job, and it deteriorated really, really quickly. Right now, these monofilament lines that we're leaving down there, they're estimated to last 450 to 600 years in the water. And the hemp and cotton lines, it'd be a couple of years it would be down there, and it's not near as strong. So as it's weakening, as it's degrading over time, the animals don't have it won't have as much of an impact on the animals as the nylon line. One of the other problems with this cast fishing that they're doing is they use lead weights. They're usually half a pound of weight. But lead is highly toxic. I mean, you're not even supposed to handle it with your hands, let alone leave it in the water for ages. But that's what happens. And the lead weights are caught on the corals, and it's leaching toxins over time. So we need to really figure out a different way of using weights of some sort, something that's not going to be as toxic to the environment.